Yo, Haven, what's good? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. It is my intention that all is well with you guys. You all having a wonderful, magnificent rotation and a wonderful, magnificent mood. And if you are not, hopefully you will be by the end of this presentation. Full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. Remember, we watch these clips as a form of escaping the external chaos going on outside of ourselves, as we are all experiencing our own individual realities. So if it don't resonate with you, leave it on the ground for someone else to pick it up. That's it. That's all. You feel me? That's it. That's all. Anyhow, I'm highly grateful, and thankful for all you guys who've been here from the beginning, rocking out, liking, commenting, sharing, being subscribed from the beginning. Who make, if not almost every presentation. Highly grateful, and thankful for you guys. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can notify when we go up. Anyone and everyone who has ever sown to see me, it will be returned 100-fold as the most high is in you, as a divine vessel, to divine support yours truly. Because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, and thanks. Peace and prosperity, you and yours. Hope you know it never goes unnoticed. Really does help the channel, the foundation, my well-being. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to you if you've been supporting in any form, any shape, way or form, any you feel me? Yeah. Grace, gratitude, and thanks. Peace and prosperity, you and yours. It will be returned 100-fold. Haven, honestly, I don't know. I was gonna skip out on the presentation this rotation, so I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna kick back, relax. I'm gonna just take it easy on this one. I'm not sure if we're going up next rotation. I'm not sure if we're gonna do a Friday Night Live. We'll see how I feel. I don't know, but as of right now, I'm chilling. I'm not sure if we are going up next rotation. For me. Anyhow, let's get right into it. Enjoy the vibe. Enjoy the ride. Buckle up. Get your snacks. Get your party favors if that's what you get into. No discrimination here. You know how we do. You know how we rock. Let's get it. Let's get it, y'all.
Bro, I'm breaking my kid code of silence with this one, but here's a quick story time.
What's good, Tommy?
I'm playing the Ouija board in the Bronx. It's 1995, 1996. We don't got cell phones. The hangout spot is Vlad's apartment. Vlad's apartment got people in and out at all times, day and night. There's a Ouija board in the crib. I decided to play with it. A lot of us are playing with it. This is going on day after day after day. So we're talking to all these different spirits. There's one spirit named Frank. He identifies himself and he tells us his story about how he got moved out in the Bronx and he was from 146th Street. The dude, he gave us vivid details down to like phone numbers and all that. He asked us to call his family. But this is where it got strange. At some point, Frank decided to show off his spirit skills and would identify people before they'll show up. And that started freaking us out. Like, Frank, we cool. We hear your story, but chill. Because like, Lou would show up knocking on the door and the board just wrote Lou. Or the board would start reading. Now, this is the part that really got me. There's a dude amongst us. His name was Trauma. His real name was Marlon, but none of us knew that because in the hood, you don't know nobody's name unless you get locked up with them, stop and frisk with them, or you went to school with them. But because that was Vlad's man from another block, we didn't know his real government. So now the board is writing Marlon and Traum shows up. We like, haha, Frank, you're not as good as we thought you was. No, we look at Vlad's face. Vlad's looking back at us with a certain face on us, and I'm already getting scared. He's like, yo, Marlon is Trom's name. Marlon don't know what's going on. He's just walking into this, and the only people holding the board are people who don't know Trom's real name is Mal. At this point, things are happening to people on the block. It's a lot drama and real bad things happening, newspaper-worthy stuff happening amongst like our friends. So we decide to give up this Ouija board. We're like, you know what? This is a little too deep for us. Fast forward a month later, this is where things got really strange for me. I see these two girls come out of building on my block. So all this took place on Creston Avenue on 197. And I lived on Kingsbridge and Morris. So I'm on my way to Morris after a day of being on Creston. And I see these two girls, they walk out the building. Yo, Rich, what's good? What you doing right now? I'm like, nothing. Yo, come in the building. We're playing the Ouija board. We're like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to play. We had this whole experience. I'm not with that no more. And she's like, nah, but it's real. It's real. I'm like, trust me. I know it's real. She's like, you know, anyway, so whatever they was going to do, for some reason, I decided, let me ask, what's the spirit's name that they talked to? And so I'm like, yo, legit, you know, what's the name of the spirit you're talking to? Whatever way I asked her, whatever. You know what the spirit's name was? Take a wild guess. Shorty's was really talking to Frank on the Ouija board a month later. Nah, Frank, we started off by asking, like, whoever we were speaking to, their name. And Frank ended up, identifying himself after like 3 other spirits or whatever you want to call it. So Frank seemed to be cool because he's just like asking us how you doing, and we're like fine. It just felt like a casual conversation. And in that, we were just so intrigued, and I started asking questions. I can speak on my part, but we also have Vlad that can chime in the comments, and Beretta, because they were part of that. And we dealt with Frank for about, I think, a month. We would just routinely get on the board and ask for Frank. Yo, Frank, what's good? Frank initially started talking about his family and where he was from and what happened to him. And the way he passed away, he had ended up getting killed. He got shot in the head, he said. And so we just asked, like, where at? Like, what about your family? Like, does people know? Questions like along that. But it's so long ago, I don't remember exactly which questions. But we did ask that, and we also, he was cool. He actually, at some point later, I started asking questions about my father. Now, I know you guys I'm just telling you what happened. You guys can go in the comments about spiritual, that was this, that was that. But pretty much Frank was like, yeah, your father's good. Because my father passed away probably 3 years before that. And he was like, you want to talk to him? And I'm like, yeah. And my brother and I was holding the piece. And then who would present himself to be my father started like moving the piece. And it was like TIGERO. And my brother and I dropped the piece real quick. We got scared. My father used to call us Tigueron Huevon. And when we saw that, and we both knew at the same time, we just dropped it. And Frank had connected us to him. So, besides Frank's whole story, Frank also gave us a phone number, 2 phone numbers to call. And we called them, and one person hung up on us. And another phone number, I think, was like disconnected. That's as far as I can remember about Frank. Again, Vlad and Beretta could chime in, and maybe Pizzelle or G. Anyway, yeah, 1995.
TikTok.
Wow. Probably took a lot for him to talk about that, man. Ouija board stories. I don't know. I was born in 95, so it's like coming up was like, yeah, don't you dare play with that. Like, yeah, we not even into that. Don't even. You feel me? It was always like fear stories, fear-mongering stories, or like, and we was taught, when we all was, a lot of us, we all was taught to be scared of spirits or this or that, because, things that's not understood and overstood, people fear. So I never got into that kind of stuff. And I'm honestly going to say I don't plan on getting into that kind of stuff, because I know that you can channel dark spirits and open up some portals into your atmosphere, into your temple, and it's just no good. So I'm not interested in that kind of stuff, but I think that was pretty interesting to hear, honestly. Let's keep going.
Real quick, between Chattanooga and Knoxville, Tennessee, they found a very large compound where these people have been training. It's the largest compound so far, that they have been training to prepare for war with the black race. When I mean they've been training, the videos show them protected from head to toe, bulletproof. They have videos of them training with shields and fighting. So while black folks is dancing, buying Jordans and Gucci and Prada, and killing each other in the hood, and the girls trying to tear each other's heads off, that's what they've been doing.
It's gonna get serious, and all these Showing all this finna,
I'm
man,
away.
say, they gonna lock you up. It finna get real. I went to a meeting. A lot of y'all don't know this. I'm finna expose. And y'all ain't heard this from nobody. I was sitting in the room with the FBI, the ATF, everybody. They got an organization for every neighborhood. Eau Claire, East Dallas. I heard them saying people names that I grew up with and know. But they had a task force. They are watching y'all for 3-4 years. They don't know I'm an ex everything. And I'm sitting up and listening to the whole conversation. You gotta know I've been on both sides. They got a task force for the ATF, people running around with people that sell. They got a group of people dealing with every neighborhood. Watch this. Man, they had pictures. I wanted to say, hey man, call some people. They got you, man. They watching you. I'm a pastor, so I can't do that. It would have been like me condoning what they do. You know, that one side of you come from the streets. I want to say, hey man, get out the street, man. They finna come get you, man.
Y'all probably can't see this joint, right?
Yo, why you think they doing that though? Is that because we about to evolve soon and they training? So here it is, the people that are going to ascend and evolve. Is it that they're going to just be stepping into their power? Hypothetically speaking, is it that they're going to be stepping into their power with little to no skill or training? And then these folks are literally currently training to go against the ascended and evolved ones. I'm critically thinking here, you feel me? Because we on a certain wave, we on a certain spectrum. So when the waves of frequency keeps on increasing, they told us what? All of us, when we was young, the very point of being a human is to evolve, right? Human evolution. So when we ascend and evolve, is it that they are currently training to go against the ascended and evolved ones, while the ones who ascended and evolved have little to no control, skill, and training with what they're stepping into? I don't know. I'm just critically thinking, hypothetically speaking. Let's keep going.
Cobain report. Y'all probably can't see this joint, right? You see that little ass dot in the air right there? You see that dot right there? I'm gonna try to it's a dot right there just hanging in the air. That's a drone, right? Let me see if I can. That's a drone, right? I got footage of the drone earlier. This morning I'm taking out the trash, right? A white undercover car, a black undercover car, and a uniform car. And they just came down the block. If you in this area and you did some shit, go in the house. This shit was like a scene out of a movie. They stopped on my block. The black car took the drone out. His partner got out of the car, looked at it, made sure it went in the air. And that shit just hanging right there. So if you in this area, go ahead in the crib. That's it. Go in the crib. When the fuck did they start using the drones? Oh, you can't get away with shit nowadays. Cobain report.
Fine, turn around. He pushed.
Hell no.
Suicide thought. Hell no. He on his medicine.
This is how you know it's bad out there, y'all. You got people risking their lives for $500. You got people risking their lives for $500. Check this out, y'all.
Hell no. He on his medicine. I ain't gonna go all the way down there. Swim, Lou. Swim, Lou. Lou, swim. Get the fuck up out that shit.
Yo, what's good, Corey? Welcome in.
That man just went crazy. That man just did that shit, fool. That man just did that shit for real, cuz. Damn, that man just did. Cuz that man just did that shit, fool. For the 500. Stop playing with that man, man. want some paper, man. Come right. Hey, man, y'all want some money? Come get in with the rich family, man. That man did that shit. That hoe took you up on it like that? You straight? That bitch down there killed herself. You straight? That's all that matter, baby. Take your time, get your breath. Take your time, get it together, baby.
Thinking like, oh man, like I almost ain't make it. That $500 is not worth your life, bro. He looking like, yo, you see him like, he like, I almost ain't make it. He looking like, I just want to thank God. He's wild. Let's watch that back for $500. No, absolutely not. That's not worth the life risk. Absolutely not. Check this out. I gotta get up. I'll be back, but run this back. Crazy.
Suicide thought. Hell no. You on his belly shit. I ain't gonna go all the way down there. Swim, Lou. Swim, Lou. Lou, swim. Get the fuck up out that shit. That man just went crazy. That man just did that shit, fool. That man just did that shit for real, cuz. Damn, that man just did. Cuz that man just did that shit, fool. For the 500. Stop playing with that man, man. Y'all want some paper, man. Come right. Hey, man, y'all want some money? Come get in with the rich family, man. That man did that shit. That hoe took you up on it like that? You straight? That bitch down there killed herself. You straight? That's all that matter, baby. Take your time, get your breath. Take your time, get it together, baby. You good, you made it out. You made it out.
But hold on.
Damn, I'm muted. Crazy. Thank you for saying something. Yo, absolutely not. We not doing that. You know, play stupid games, win stupid surprises. Absolutely not. You see him? How much water do you think he swallowed? How much water? That's what I was saying. Like, how much water do you think he swallowed playing stupid games and winning stupid surprises? Like that $500 is not worth your life. Like you see him, he like, I almost ain't make it, man. Thank goodness he make it. Thank goodness he made it. You feel me? He's wilding. Like, thank goodness he made it. Let's keep going. That was crazy. That was crazy.
The Mississippi River mirrors the Nile, and major pyramid sites are lined up along its flow, just like in ancient Egypt. But instead of Kemet, it was called Tamari or Tamari, the original names of Egypt, which literally means beloved land or land of the soul. Our ancestors, the Lemurians, the Mers, the Olmecs, the Washita, the mound builders were the original Egyptians. They were descendants of the Anunnaki, the Neteru, the Elohim, divine beings who came to earth to uplift humanity. And they chose America as the foundation. They flipped the maps, they rewrote the books, but the energy never lies. If you ever felt the pull, the calling, the visions, now you know why. I break all of this down in my new book.
You seen the fish flopping. You seen the fish flopping up. Like, nature talks to us. So what you think the fish was saying? Man, get up out of here, man. You don't belong in here. Let's keep going.
Anunnaki Bloodline Awakening, the keys to your starseed heritage. Get it now on Amazon and unlock your DNA. America is the real ancient Egypt. The pyramids never left. We did. But now, we're waking up, and the ancestors are proud. What do you think? Do you think America is the real ancient Egypt? Is it all just a coincidence? Put in the comments, let me know. Let's talk about the Grand Canyon. They told us the Grand Canyon was just a natural wonder. But what if I told you it was one of the biggest cover-ups in history? Temples, pyramids, ancient names like Osiris, Shiva, and Ra. This ain't just a canyon, it's a gateway. And the Anunnaki knew it. There's a part of the Grand Canyon that you're not allowed to enter. It's under military protection. No hiking, no flying, no photographs. But why? Because in 1909, the Smithsonian discovered ancient Egyptian-style artifacts deep within the canyon. Statues of Ra and Osiris, hieroglyphs, and even evidence of mummification. This was reported in the Arizona Gazette and then buried. They claimed it was a hoax, but they still locked the area down. That's something, man. Why would you restrict land over a fake story? Because it wasn't fake.
Hey, yo, peace.
Real talk. Real talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how they got so much cover stories and so much lies, so much hidden truths. It's crazy. Let's keep going, though, y'all.
So it's God, Ryan TV, bang, 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 more life, family, blitz up, abundance, and I don't know already. So, yo, council, this is a photograph from Berlin, 1915. This is the streets of Berlin. No, it is not AI. It is not Photoshop. It's an actual photograph from 1915. And do you guys see that Zeppelin up there in the sky? Yeah, that dirigible. Look how amazing and futuristic it looks. It looks like something straight out of steampunk, high-level technology with just a different aesthetic. And let me ask you guys something. What do you think was powering this dirigible? I'll let you think about it. While we take a look at the streets these people are walking on, do you notice the buildings? Those buildings, do they look like they were built by people who only rode horses and buggies? This is 1915. 15 years before that, it was the year 1900. 1899. We're talking about the 1800s here. So you're telling me horse and buggy people were building these Zeppelins, these buildings on these streets, along with the Church of Notre Dame, the Statue of Liberty. I'm talking about the Philadelphia courthouse. Horse and buggy people were doing all this, and at the same time building airships that were being run by free energy. Yeah, wireless electricity transmission. What do you think was powering these ships back then? Look at this craft. You can literally see the antennas built onto it. Again, these aren't fake pictures. And do you really believe history as it's been presented to you? Look at this. Your entire reality was wiped out and reset. Your memory was wiped out and reset. And here we are again, living the exact same cycle. It's up to you this time to not fall for the okie doke. See the forest for the trees. Recognize the universe and recognize yourself. This is new earth. The veil is lifted. It's all gone. You have to use your first eye to see and use that sight beyond sight to see past the finite curve and escape this filthy time loop finally. We've had enough. You really think these cats were riding horses and buggies while building the Pyramid Power Plant complex? Guys, let's be realistic. It's time to rewrite history. Everything they call the mysteries or the mystery systems, that's your true story. Everything they put in these cartoons, everything they put in these movies, that's your true story. Yeah, man, because truth is way more radical than fiction. Your reality is way more radical than the fiction that they're trying to feed you. Break out the box. Council, this entire city was being run off of free energy. Look at the antennas up on the buildings. Those aren't church crosses or any foolishness of that nature. That is technology for sucking ether out of the atmosphere and making power with it. These houses ran off of free energy. They had kitchens where the stoves ran off of radio waves. And I'm not kidding you. This is the level we were on, and we're going back to that. Because as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. The only difference is this time we have this added code. We know about these parasites. We got the infection and we created antibodies to repel them now. We were immune to them now. That is what happened. They injected us with their poison and we created antibodies and became immune. So now when we move forward, we have even more strength and defenses against these wickeds. They will never do us like this again because we figured out their anti-life equation and broke it. Anyway, let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah. Council, that's why we love that sci-fi business so much. It's not because it's TV or cartoons, it's because it's our actual history being presented to us, just in another aesthetic. Let's go.
Right, because I was always into like that kind of stuff, sci-fi stuff, and the cosmos and things like that. I don't even like to say outer space anymore. Like, I don't like to say that anymore because it's like, what is outer space? You get me? So it's like, pardon, I was always interested in sci-fi, the cosmos, XYZ, things of that nature. Let's get it. So when he just said that right now, that's why we like that stuff. That's why we resonate with that stuff. It makes sense. Let's get it.
Okay, so here you go, Council. These are the people who built Tartaria. These are the people who built Lemuria and Atlantis, Put, and every ancient empire that they tried to cover up in the realm. These are them. And notice the size of these people. This is why the structures they built were so gigantic. It was built to fit them. The giant castles with the giant doors, the giant pyramids, temples, and ziggurats with those enormous gates. They were built to accommodate people of this stature. They were built to accommodate you in your original form. These are your ancestors, and notice their size when compared to the invaders. Those are the human Cabbage Patch Kids. You were the Titans. You were the giants. When you read the Bible about the war in the heavens, or you watch movies like Star Wars or Star Trek, you're watching your story. This is your history being presented to you, like I told you before, in a different aesthetic. The Great Wall of China was built by giants like this. Again, all the magnificent, gigantic structures in your realm were built by your ancestors of gigantic stature, like this. The invaders murdered the gentle giants. We were and still are the chosen of God, chosen people of God in every way, shape, and form, mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's why we were giants. That's why we were smarter than everyone else, literal geniuses. We could build the pyramid power plant complex. We could build Tesla towers. We had the ability to control the weather of our entire realm. We made the atmosphere. We were that advanced. We were teachers, scholars, doctors, philosophers, quantum physicists. These little barbarians, they were the ones who came in and destroyed our reality. These same little small pimsqueak Romans, the ones still running you right now. Do you notice even when they build their sports cars, they build their buildings, everything they build, it's tiny. It's to accommodate their small structure. That's why everything shrunk, because they destroyed the giants, they destroyed the titans, and then remade everything in their puny image. You guys overstand me. You were nothing like them. They are not like us. We are literally giants. And now you overstand all these great structures you see all over the realm. They were built by us when we were in our more pure form. So as we advance in nature and spiral back up to our original status, we will return to being the giants we always were, mentally, physically, and spiritually. You just have to move accordingly. Remember who you are. Let that total recall hit your mind and spark your DNA/DEA back into activity. Open up the Akashic records, dig into the code, and let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah. Council, it is all connected. Just connect the dots and you will see. This is why they hide the giant bones everywhere. This is why they cover up everything with their stories like the dinosaurs and this and that. They hide the dragons, everything from mythology, because it's your true history. You were these massive titans and you were building these things like you were putting together Legos. It was nothing to us. These puny humans are the ones keeping you trapped. It's time to step on these insects and rise back to our levels. Let's go.
Check this out.
And welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at
I think personally this is planned right here, like a planned attack, hypothetically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment, YouTube, speculation. Yeah, you know what's up. Anyhow, I think this is a planned and infiltration right here. Check it out.
spotmedia.com.
We begin this evening with a public health warning following a container filled with chicken that drifted along Jamaica's coastline.
It was emptied by dozens of residents who rushed to claim the meat, but health officials are raising serious concerns, warning that the chicken may be contaminated and unfit for consumption.
Romardo Lyons reports.
Over the weekend, concern was high over potentially contaminated chicken being consumed in St. Catherine. The concern now, has any of the chicken escaped the confines of St. Catherine and distributed across other parishes? Health officials argue that people are winging it, not thinking about the potential dangers. Now a stern warning from public health specialist Professor Peter Figueroa.
It is best to avoid either eating, whether they cook it or not, or selling or distributing any kind of food that has washed up on our shore.
He says it's a tendency.
You hear that? That thing washed up. First of all, I'm too picky to even, you feel me? I'm too picky to be eating that. I don't even eat meat, but you think, even if I was still eating meat, you think I would really, I'm too picky. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, you know me. Like the people who know me out there, they know. Like, yeah, right. I would not eat no damn chicken that washed up in a container on sea, from the sea, washed up on the shore from the sea. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They wilding. Let's keep going though. But this is just from a lack mentality, being in scarcity mindset, being in poverty and low income neighborhoods and things like that. You feel me? So people see this as a, oh word, we lit, like we caught a break this time. Like, absolutely not. There's definitely health concerns. Let's check it out.
Situation, but the circumstances around it demand caution.
If it is frozen chicken and it was in a container at sea, it is most likely that it has thawed out and has not been kept under the normal storage conditions because the container fell off the ship and is in the sea and then washes up.
This woman on social media says the chicken she got was still frozen, but Professor Figueroa says even if it appears to be fresh,
even if it is not smelling, it is better, it is safer not to cook it, not to distribute it, and not to eat it, because there is a risk in a situation like this that people could get food poisoning.
This container washed ashore along the Helsha coastline in St. Catherine on April 3, loaded with chicken.
Okay, so what if, when I say this is a planned infiltration, right, what if that's not even real chicken, one, to begin with? What if they knocked that off of the ship purposely? Yeah, but we don't know what really happens out there. Like they say, truth is stranger than fiction, right? So it's like, are you willing to really take that risk and, like it's saying, wing it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
It was emptied.
Chicken bugs, you know, you would say, slaughtered according to Islamic rites. What that mean, dog? What that mean? The chicken is blessed. The chicken is blessed.
This video shows scores of people along the shoreline leaving with multiple packs of chicken. But after concerns were raised,
good to be true. Alright, here you go.
Another public health specialist, Dr. Orville Nemhard, says the concern over the chicken is out of caution because of what isn't known.
The issue really is the unknown. I mean, we import meats. So if it is that they are transported and kept at the appropriate temperatures throughout whatever time of transportation, then that's fine. The issue is that those questions can't be answered for this particular set of items. And we know once it is that the cold chain is broken in that regard, then the potential for infections or the spread of infections through contaminated meat is high.
Also Also over the weekend, both the Ministry of Agriculture and the opposition urged the public against consuming, selling, or distributing the chicken. The ministry said the chicken, labeled under the Brazilian brand Perdix, was not intended for the Jamaican market. The ministry says it confirmed that the container fell from a vessel while in transit to the Cayman Islands. Romarda Lyons, TVJ News.
No one got gut, no one got belly, licky licky. No one got gut, no one got belly, swoop poison. Family, I don't know what's going on here. I heard this story now for a couple days and I've been holding off on doing it because this shit's embarrassing. Y'all know I'm a yardie, fully Jamaican. But remember, the Jamaica I come from, the people would have never ate that, council, I promise you. Nobody would have came on TV and told them shit. These are these new age licky just faking ass niggas. These are not real yardies. That chicken is an experiment, council. Think about it.
Exactly.
Anything could have...
Like, you feel me? Like, you feel me? Like, you see what you just said, Tommy? You feel me? That, like, my mind is racing on so many possibilities, and look what he's saying.
These are
like,
these new age licky
bro.
just faking ass niggas. These are not real yardies. That chicken is an experiment, council. Think about it. Anything could have been in that container. Could have been gold, diamonds, money. They gave black people something they love even better. Come on, dog. You think it's a coincidence that the container is full of chicken, finger-licking chicken for all the no-gros? Think about this now. How much man I go start a jerk chicken business now? Every man will have a jerk pan now, you know? This chicken's gonna be distributed throughout the island. You see like 1 million jerk chicken businesses open up. Everybody got finger licking jerk chicken. Straight off the container. Yeah, nigga said it was blessed by Islam. Chicken blessed.
Yeah, you heard that, right?
Straight Jamaican. You think them easy?
Yeah,
anyway, family, in a real life, do not touch those chicken. Fam, is an experiment. Them thing they wash up on purpose. Or them fling it out there. You see how old that container is? Come on, family.
Me? Like I said, like it seemed like that was purposely done. Like they threw it overboard. Like, yo, let's send this out. Like, you heard what he said? Like, come on, bro. It's obvious. Like, critical thinking skills was a thing when I was in school.
It was blessed by Islam. Chicken blessed. Straight Jamaican.
Yeah, crazy.
You think them easy? Anyway, family, in a real life, do not touch those chicken. Fam, is an experiment. Them thing they wash up on purpose. Or them fling it out there. You see how old that container is? Come on, family. Stop playing. I had a vision a while back that I was in Jamaica, while I was in Jamaica, and everyone was a zombie. Everyone was a zombie. You had these chicken experiments with the Jabberwocky, and yeah, my dream is making full sense right now, cause them people are coming like them not have none. Anyway, family, wanna stay up, stay bliss, and keep your head on a swivel. Let's go. Bang, bang. Yo, council, this is really messed up. You know they did this on purpose. They knew them hungry belly people was gonna eat that chicken, and they injected it with something. You can't tell me nothing. Anyway, my real ones, let's go.
Okay, so y'all seen what just took place in the Dominican Republic, right?
Crazy.
So I'm just gonna break it down from my perspective and what I see, because what we know right now, we have karma on the table. We're entering a new age, which is led by Saturn. Saturn is the god of karma, the god of time. And karma, aka Anubis, who's here to balance the scales, directly deals with karma. And karma is being served on the dish. And ironically enough, you have the plate tectonics moving everywhere, you know, shaking up the earth and handing out karma everywhere. And Dominican Republic was one of the places that unfortunately just got hit. So we all know this took place at a nightclub, which is about illusion, nightlife, ego, indulgence. This is a place where the lower chakras are heavily activated. We're talking about lust, greed, intoxication. We also have manipulation and seduction. It's basically a modern temple where people go to escape the inner work. So if the nightfall collapses, it's not just physical. This is the collapse of the illusion, the fall of the superficial structure that's built on hollow foundations. The party is over. The veils are thinning. The veils have fallen. The illusions we dance in are collapsing under the weight of unhealed karma.
And guess who had a strong hand in creating the karma for Haiti? DR did. Haiti and the Dominican Republic share the island of Hispaniola, and the energy could not be more divided. So even when it comes to the name Haiti, like it's Haiti, like you're putting hate on that specific point because a T is a variation of an X, and X marks the spot. So you're putting hate on that specific part of the island. And then you have Dominicanus, which means to dominate canis, and we know canis is a dog, which Dominican comes from the word Dominicanus, which means to dominate the dogs or the gods, because that is Haiti, because Haiti is known as Hades, which is the god of the underworld, and we are in what's called the underworld. This is allegorical for Haiti being the stronghold of the planet that we currently inhabit, known as Tiamat or Gaia. So when we speak of Haiti, we speak of Atlantis, Lemuria, Egypt, Tartaria, all the great civilizations that stood greatly on this planet. This is why Christopher Columbus went directly to Haiti when he came to America, because Haiti is the portal to the higher worlds and the underworld. No, Pluto is in Aquarius, and Pluto is known as the Greek god Hades, and Hades is actually Haiti. So now all these the solar cycle is opening up these ley lines and bringing all this Plutonian energy into the planet. And guess where it's coming from and who's feeling it first? Haiti. The nightclub collapsing is a form of structural karma. This is the breaking of spiritual contracts, energetic backlashes, shadows surfacing. This is a form of spiritual balance that's coming back to the island. The Egyptian god Anubis is the Greek god Hades, which is actually Haiti. And you already know what Anubis does. Anubis weighs your heart against a scale. He's the one that brings the balance. And you guys see karma being dished out right now everywhere. So that spiritual warfare that's going on in Haiti right now, this is karmic retribution that's happening all over the planet. All I'm saying is we are in the times of balancing the scales, and Haiti has had it unfair for quite some time. For a country that freed the whole world, y'all, they've had it tough for quite some time. And now it's watched them. Big things are going to transpire in Haiti, I guarantee you. But let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Just shift this here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in. I made a video last night about how the nightclub collapsed in the DR. And
like, okay. Now, before I let him go, right, I gotta add my input. This is how you know the colonizers came through, caused separation, and then try to remix it. Why the flags look so much similar? Even down to the little symbol, the same colors. Like, come on, bro. The colonizers came through and tried to wash it up and misconstrue things and remix this, that, and the third, and then cause separation and hatred towards the wholeness, the unity. It was one place. It was one, you feel me? We was all one when it comes to that place, you feel me? We was all one. We are one. There is no difference. There's no separation. It's one island, one people. The colonizers came through and did all of what's that stupid word? Rigmarole? Yeah, they came through with all the rigmarole and all of this stupid nonsense. And this is why where we at now when it comes to the hatred and separation. Let's let him rap though. Big shout out to Conscious Juice.
to no surprise, a wave of Dominicans flooded my comments. And I already knew this was going to happen because when you speak truth, especially spiritual truth, it triggers unhealed energy. See, what they heard was, you're being punished. But what I said was, karma is real, energy never lies, and balance must always return. And here's the deeper layer they don't teach you in school. The Dominican Republic and Haiti were never meant to be divided. Long before Columbus, colonizers, and the slave codes came, the island was known as Quisqueya or Quisqueya, meaning the mother of all lands in the Taino language. There were no Haitians, no Dominicans. There were one people, one spirit, one land. But what happens when you split a powerful land? You split the energy. One side is lifted, one side is polished. The other side is buried and demonized. Haiti became the scapegoat and DR became the face. But karma doesn't recognize borders. It recognizes energy. So when people got mad at me for speaking on the collapse, you weren't mad at me. You were mad at the mirror, because deep down inside, the soul knows there's something that's out of balance. And before you get mad at me and the Haitians, remember, you were Haitian. You were Quisqueyan. You were one. We're in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of truth. And when the truth resurfaces, the ego resists. The ego is loud, it's repetitive, and it's full of programming. Your soul, it's ancient. It's encoded into your DNA. Your soul knows. So this is the tussle between the ego and the soul. Ego stands for E. E is energy. Energy, go. You must release that energy. It's ego. Release that energy. That's why egos fly high. Fly, egos fly. Let that ego go. The only way through this is through healing. No hate, y'all. Just one love. The shift is here, y'all. Either you balance yourself out while the karma is being dished, or you're gonna get some crazy karmic blowback. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it, y'all. Peace in.
Bomb on them, huh? Drop the bomb on them. We was all one before the colonizers came through. I can't stress this enough because Dominicans really think there is a difference. You know how they say, I know black, head ass. I know black. There is no separation, fool. Goofy. Looking real stupid goofy out there. There's no difference. We are one. Looking stupid goofy, but let's keep going. Like, and I say that with passion because, you feel me? Y'all know what's up. Y'all know why I say that with passion. I don't even gotta repeat that. Let's keep going though.
Oh! Oh! Again, if you don't back up.
That's a congressman.
Oh, really? Where? Oh, hey.
Middle of the Everglades. An old NASA space rocket, 100-foot underground from the Cold War. Look at this thing. Actual rocket, space rocket. That is wild. We're stepping on this concrete because I don't trust these grates too much here.
No, you won't end up in a drink.
That's crazy.
Most people are not real, right? This life is like the Truman Show.
I think they need to find a way to rappel down there, descend down there, and go explore what's down there, what was left behind. They might find some things that's worth discovering or worth learning about. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, let's keep going.
Or like GTA. Or like They Live, right? Once you put on the glasses and you see the truth, you can't unsee it. Most people are zombies. Y'all remember the Matrix when he was walking and it was hella 80s, and then he thought he seen a girl, a fine ass girl in a red dress, and guess what? She was an agent too. He turned back around, she looked like Mr. Smith. A lot of these people, black, white, Indian, Chinese, whatever, they look like humans, but they're not. They're soulless beings, right? Everybody's not real. You have a few real people out here, but most people don't have no souls. And a lot of people don't talk about this, but most people are NPCs. Like most people, that's why they can't go within and they can't understand anything past what school taught them, because they are literally programs for the Matrix to keep us trapped. Don't focus your energy on them. Do the work, heal, self-love. But most people don't have a soul. That's why they don't understand like metaphysical science. That's why they don't understand that it has to happen in the spiritual world before it happens in the physical. That's why they don't understand coming together as one and boycotting the system. That's why they don't even understand oneness, because they're literally a program in the Matrix to keep you trapped. That's why all people just talk about, oh, money, money, money. Money isn't real. Money isn't, it's like literally like people are like, they're just here to keep you trapped in the Matrix. Money isn't real. The only true value is the value of self. Going within yourself, doing the work, healing, and loving yourself. If you listening to anybody and they telling you all the answers is not within yourself, they're not a true teacher, right? You gotta be able to open up your third eye so you can have good discernment and you can tell the real versus the fake, y'all, because a lot of people are not real. They're just not, and a lot of people have a hard time grasping this concept. I know y'all about to be mad, but what if I told you that all major corporations are not paying you from their dividends what they make, their profits from their job, from like Walmart, Walgreens, any corporation, right? Anything that's not privately owned, they are paying you from your trust fund account. That's how big businesses stay big and small businesses stay small, right? So you might ask, what is your trust fund account? Your social security number is attached to multiple different accounts, right, that have millions and millions of dollars. When your parents sign you up and get you a birth certificate, it's actually a bond, right? And so your straw man, that name that's in all caps, that's yours. So basically you're working for money that already belongs to you. This is how we're still modern day slaves. You're working for money that's already in your trust fund account. So that's why a lot of times people don't realize, like, how do these big corporations stay big and the smaller businesses stay small? Because they don't have to pay y'all from profit. They're paying you from a trust fund account to money that already belongs. So that's why when you go to court, you have to pay a bond and they can take you to jail underneath that all cap straw man, because your body, your physical energy, your labor, mostly energy, right? Because energy is currency.
Yo. I got a clip on that. Tommy. I got a clip on that. It's a little joint where they put it on their temper. They temper, right? Temper, whatever. Anyway, they put it right here, and then their eyes go white. It's like they get, yeah. I know about it. I got a clip on that. I just ain't put it on here, but I got a clip on it.
Energy, you're basically the collateral for your social security number account, which is a bank account, which is your trust fund, which is connected to all that money. So you know how, like, if I go get a loan, I could put my house on collateral because I own my home, and I could put up my house for collateral if I don't pay the loan. That's what your physical straw man name is. That's why when you go to court, they're asking you, are you such and such? But when you look at your court documents, do y'all notice that they put your name in all capitals? We learned in school that names are not all capitals, just the first letter. Pay attention. That's why you got to truly love yourself, know who you are, go within, and all the truth will reveal itself to you. Becoming pure is the way out.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but the Lord just spoke to me and said, be careful how you entertain the sound of defeat. I don't care if it's the music you listen to, the people in the conversations you allow to enter in through your ear gates. The things that you watch on TV, I don't care what the plot is. If it's about defeat, be careful what you watch. It's not that those things aren't a vital part of life, and learning how to navigate them isn't important. But when you allow defeat to enter in through your gates, it can start coming out your mouth. As a man thinketh, so is he. Death and life are in the power of your tongue. Those who indulge in it will eat of its fruits. When you allow defeat to become your language, because it's all that you allow to be absorbed through your gates, through your spiritual senses, then that's what's going to come out of you. The Bible says it's not what's in a man that defiles him, but what comes out of a man. Be very careful about the people that you speak to and how you bond with people through trauma. Be careful about the music that you listen to. If it's always talking about how things are going wrong or how they're defeated or how they fit, it's nothing wrong with being able to relate to things. But when you allow that to enter into your gates more than you speak victory, because we are victorious, we are dominators according to the victory that we have through Christ Jesus. You allow those things to dictate how you live your life and how you perceive the world around you. And if we're made in the image of God and God has never lost a battle, then what do you look like living a life of defeat when you come from victory? The ratio of the things of God should be filling your spirit more than the things of this world. Defeat, depression, sadness, all of those things.
Where the fuck did all the good jobs?
You know what I mean? I threw that in there for the people who, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Big shout out to her. I just like how more and more people is becoming aware, becoming more conscious, paying more attention, you know, rising and raising their frequency, rising in frequency. Yeah, I love it. So I had to throw that in there. Both of those two women, them lovely young women. I like what they did there on their clips. So let's get it. Big shout out to them.
Go. I feel bad for everybody that's job searching right now, because it ain't shit out here. It's either you doing a delivery, it's either you in a warehouse, it's either you doing your CDL, it's either you doing sales, it's either you in the restaurant. Ain't shit out here apart from this. Like, you doing nursing. Back in the day when I was a kid, you meet somebody, oh, they had this job, they do this and this. Oh, like, oh, that's a job? Where the fuck did all those go? I used to work in this motherfucking place, right? Amazon, right? They talking about they want robots to do this job? Good. Because no human being should be doing this dumb shit. I'm talking about during peak week, right? Peak week is when, like, it's like Christmas, 4th of July, when people be ordering shit, right? They had an ambulance in front of this building because people were walking out of the building and just falling straight down. That's how bad this motherfucking place is. And they talking about robots need to be doing this? Yes, please. Nobody need to be doing this dumb shit. This ain't even the worst job I had. But this This motherfucker's up there. And they be trying to fire you over everything. Because they don't want you making your full pay. The longer you there, the more they want you gone. Oh, you making your full $20 or $21? Nah, you need to go back to 18. Come back in 6 months so we could hire you to do the same job for less money, and you already trained, so we don't got to worry about you. That's what they be trying to do. Like, they'll tell you they want people to get fired. They want new people to be coming in. They don't want the same people just stuck there and work. Hell no. This place right here is some dog shit.
Markets is the lifeline of this realm. Let me explain. So I've been telling y'all for the longest, 2025 is the last year of this reality. And I always mention the only warning we will get before any of the events start is the market crash that will set off all the executive orders that I mentioned in the Trump True Purpose video. As I always said, they have to crash all the markets, then place it back into crypto because of the corporate fraud. All the other markets, including the stock market, will cease to exist afterwards, meaning only crypto will exist. So stop listening to people that's telling you to buy the dip. Or don't get mad when that thing drop it low on you for real. You see, the reason they have to crash all the markets is because that's where these people been stealing and holding our wealth hostage at, like it's a safe. So imagine the system reset, but these people still have their wealth. How would it be fair if there's people that have $1 million to invest versus other people that only got $1,000 to invest? A 10% move for one will get them 100,000, and a 10% move for the other will get them just $100, bruh. Do you see why it makes literally no sense to do any investments unless you have wealth? And we all know there's a group of people that has been oppressed, so no matter the situation, it won't change. Versus someone that has already been benefiting from their system. There would be no point of a reset if the same conditions exist. Now let me show y'all why I know they have to crash the markets. Now y'all need to watch these videos right here for a deeper breakdown of what I'm about to say. Trump True Purpose.
I think I might rewatch them videos right there. Because I did watch them, but I might have to rewatch them because I watched them a while back.
Funny Money and History Repeating Itself, War of the Worlds. But to keep it short, they already done this one time before, back during the Bush and Obama era, the 2008 market crash. And guess what started the next year? Bitcoin, because they transferred the funds out the stock market and then placed it into Bitcoin in order for it to become its own independent market, another heartbeat, a lifeline. To gain traction and the belief of the people as a collective, just like they did those debt notes we call money, when in all reality it's worthless, but our belief is what's keeping it alive. And like I always say, this is a part of what they've been using to manifest their own realities, because our energy is tied to this system. Also, I know how to read these charts. I used to make YouTube videos teaching people how to do so. But obviously, I don't have enough time to do it anymore because I'm making videos here. So I made a few long-term projection videos, right? Which is still valid to this day. And I explain how the markets have to crash. So check it. This chart starts back in 1871. There's a pattern that the algorithm spits out on all time frames. This is what the day and swing traders use on a shorter time frames to get in and get out. Once you get to a certain position, you see what I'm talking about, you understand what they actually do and why they don't actually ever lose money. Overall, that is. But on this chart, you can see where I have the pattern starting around the 1920s, which is the World War I era, which really means the war of different worlds. This is why they're creating different realities through deception. We never won the war because we are still in it today. But it's all come to an end. That's why everything is overly inflated. Because it's all a Ponzi scheme using our trust accounts, which is our social security numbers. We are the stocks and bonds. So on this pattern, it's been literally on its last leg. That's why it's been at all-time highs. Because it literally has to nosedive at any point of time. And as I mentioned earlier, once that happens, it's not going to ever come back. I already know people gonna ask what crypto to buy. And I do know what I would actually buy because Obviously, I used to make the videos, and I've seen all these altcoins come out, so I know what's real and what's not. I know what companies are actually there in the stock market, and they already have their own companies under their crypto name, and you wouldn't know unless you read the white papers. You gotta do your own research on that. But I do know a lot of things. That's how I know it's a whole nother world they're trying to create. But you don't want to be in the world. You want to be maybe a part of it because you can leave and come in and out. You don't want to be of it, if that makes sense to you. Just imagine us having a card versus you having a chip. The card, you got a choice to go in and out. If you got that chip, you in forever. So there will be no point of buying anything before the actual reset, because they still have to create an equal playing field before they fully roll in the new system. And obviously we see this with Trump, Elon, and Doge is doing, making it known to the public of what's going on, even though people like me been telling y'all for years anyways. So what I'm trying to say is, stop trying to get financially ready in a system you don't know how specifically operates for you. With a frequency quantum system, you need to be spiritually ready for a new reality, because this is beyond our mental. This is something you physically can't prepare for in the flesh. What's happening now is a spiritual awakening that people are being forced to take, or they will fall into the underworld. You see how I can be cool, calm, and collected when I talk about things like this, right? Versus the people that feel nothing but fear. That is a difference of frequency and a big issue. This is why they have to slowly wake us up like they've been doing. I mean, think about it. We had 2 separate incidents in the last 2 years that we literally seen aliens, extraterrestrials, it's on camera, or we seen like hundreds of people seen it. You know, like the Miami Mall accident and all the drones, quote unquote, the spears, the orbs. I mean, it's crazy, but people act like that never happened. Hell, they still think black people came from Africa. So there has to be an event that will change everything and force everyone to accept everything was a lie, and force them to move forward if their hearts can take the truth, accountability, and the change of frequency. Unlearn the old and learn the new correct way on how things are truly supposed to work. Anyways, I hope y'all picked up what I put down. Y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Peace.
This council is exactly how the pyramid power plant functions.
This goes back to what Sargon was talking about with the free energy, Tartarian technology, XYZ.
It was used to create and harness plasma energy from the atmosphere. The plasma or ether was then converted to electricity and then wirelessly transmitted throughout the empire. The homes, vehicles and appliances have antennas that would receive the transmission, so everything ran off of basically free energy. The power is in everything and all around us. All we have to do is tap in. If a person can create this effect by themselves in a home laboratory, then imagine what an entire society is capable of. Our so-called leaders have lied to us and have been steering us in the wrong direction, all in order to control us. Free energy would create a free world, and the system lords don't want that. We must take that choice away from them. It's not for them to decide our future. We choose to live in the now, right now, and we demand all that was stolen from us to be returned. This includes our technology, our culture, lifestyle, and our energy. My people, if you're with me, let's go bang bang.
Yo, Council, it's simple really. The energy is already there. All we have to do is tap in. And guess what? We have the technology to do that. We've been had the technology. We just have to move accordingly. Let's go. 5 ways your life changes through periods of isolation.
Let's see if we really...
Number 1, you become more self-reliant, meaning you think for yourself. And other people's opinions doesn't matter, only facts. When there's issues in your life, you go within for the answer, not outside sources. Number 2, you become more sensitive to social stimulus,
for sure.
whether it be in real life or online. Like the ignorance of people just hits a bit differently. It literally becomes unbearable to be around people that don't think for themselves. You become more conscious to who are NPCs and who are Agent Smiths in this matrix. You start to understand how they're draining our energy. Number 3, relationships become more valuable. You begin to focus on the quality of the relationships versus the quantity of the relationships you have. You'd rather have one real one versus 20 possible snakes, because you ain't with that fake shit. So only relationship is based off building
is in your life. Number 4, you begin to create routines, all in order to regulate your energy. This is usually a form of self-care, such as exercising, cooking, drawing, traveling, etc. Y'all get the picture. Number 5, most importantly, your creativity skyrockets. You become in touch with your imagination, which allows you to manifest. This is the part of you that's isolated from the world. We'd rather energize this world instead of energizing ourselves. There's a reason why most people hate to be alone in isolation, because there's a mental barrier that needs to be broken in order to reach creativity. And always keep in mind, only a spirit can create. I said all that to say this. Everyone needs isolation in order to evolve. This is why we have jobs and countless distractions, so you can never focus on ourselves in order to ascend out of our past life cycles. And we all know it's time for something new. Anyways, y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Peace.
Made a video trying to explain to the people that woman was created before man. You know how many comments I got from men calling me a simp? A simp. What the fuck? Even when you tell people the truth, they still run from it. In my older videos, I was trying to tell people that they erased her story and gave us his story. We are still reading history right now. History is dealing with the past. Her story is dealing with the present now. It's not really a bad thing that woman was created before man, if you understand what's going on. There's only one real portal on this planet that's between the woman's legs. You ever ask yourself, why do men get on one knee and propose to the woman? This is a form of submission. I am not saying woman is better than man and man is better than woman. I'm telling you divine orders to the universe. I didn't create the universe. I'm just delivering a message. But the people who did create it, they did it for a reason. This story go a little deeper. Stay with me. The woman energy is connected directly to the moon. There was no such thing as woman having a menstrual cycle before the moon came in our atmosphere. If you go and do a little research, it will tell you that every baby is a woman up to 6 to 7 weeks. So why is it 6 to 7 weeks? 6 plus 7 is 13 because women have 13 menstrual cycles every year. It's not 12, it's 13. The moon is connected directly to the woman because the woman is the stargate. The woman is the portal. Without woman, no life come on this planet. When I said men are spiritual gatekeepers, the spiritual gate I'm speaking about is the woman. And this is connected to the 13 moon cycles. You ever ask yourself, why do we have a blood moon? That blood moon is the reason why women have menstrual cycles. I was not lying when I said woman created man. What's the first 3 letters in menstrual cycles? We lost our memories. That's why people can't remember what's taking place. Before we fell from grace, we was creating babies with our mind. Frequency and vibration created this whole universe. So why wouldn't you believe that we can do it? When we fell from the higher realms, we started having sex, like the animals. That's why they even call it doggy style. I'm not trying to be funny. I want people to understand what happened to us. If you go back and do more research, it will let you know that the egg actually chooses the sperm. If you go back and do research, it will kind of tell you that the egg chooses the sperm. As soon as the woman gets pregnant, she gets sick. The reason why the woman gets sick is because we are not supposed to be manifesting children the way we are doing it. Sperm cell is really making the woman sick. We were supposed to create babies with this. Yes, we can have spiritual sex and create a life form. So the woman gets sick throughout her pregnancy, and sometimes when she had a baby, she have postpartum depression. Why is this? We are creating the wrong way. Even the game of chess tried to tell you. If you want to know more about these topics, check out my ebook, link in the bio.
Very interesting.
They starting to come out uncloaked now. Typically, they hide themselves in the clouds, but now they're starting to come right out. This was in Pensacola, Florida. A lot of the cloud formations actually be colossal motherships in hiding. Now, typically, these beings cloak their vehicles, but as we raise in frequency, a lot more of these ships are going to become visible. It's just like that movie Nope with Jordan Peele. Y'all remember when the UFO was hiding itself in the cloud formations? This is exactly what they actually do. Here's some more examples of actual UFOs on camera that were caught in cloud formations. These ancient astronauts are actually here and are going to start revealing themselves soon. What they'll tell you to try to hide it is they'll call them lenticular cloud formations. That's the name that they made for them, all right? But the Congress already came out and admitted that these ships actually exist and that these extraterrestrial biological entities have been coming in and out of the water, all right? They finally came out and admitted it in the hearing at Congress. Congress actually held this meeting November 13th of 2024. Again, they have came right out and admitted that we are not alone in the cosmos. The president and former president even admitted that they actually known about UFOs, but just didn't want to disclose the information to the populace. Now, since we're actually in the age of Aquarius, everything is being revealed. Anunnaki are here.
Bro, I'm breaking my kid.
That's it. That's it. I think this was cool. I think this one was pretty cool, pretty smooth. We at the end of the presentation. I hope you all in a wonderful, magnificent mood. If you wasn't already having a wonderful, magnificent rotation, full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment as we watch these clips and videos as a form of escaping the external chaos going on outside of ourselves, because we are all experiencing our own individual realities. So if it don't resonate with you, leave it on the ground for someone else to pick it up. Please and thank you. Full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I mean, I can't stress that enough. Like, please. Anyhow, I'm highly grateful and thankful for all you guys who've been here from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Liking, commenting, sharing, been subscribed. If you don't make almost every single presentation, great gratitude and thanks. I'm highly grateful and thankful for you, for your energy, for the energetic exchange that we do on a regular. Thank you. Thank you for just being here for me, as I don't have anybody in my corner, in my circle, in my atmosphere that I can talk to about these things. So it feels good to have you guys, honestly. I truly mean that. You feel me? If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we go up. Everyone who has ever sown a seed with me, it will be returned 100-fold as the Most High is using you as a divine vessel to divinely support yours truly, because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, and thanks, peace, and prosperity to you and yours. Hope you know it never goes unnoticed. Really does help the channel, the foundation, my well-being. I'm highly grateful, and thankful. Literally. Everyone and anyone, it will be returned 100-fold. Everyone who supports me, I can't say it enough. Grace, gratitude, and thanks. I love y'all. I'm in love with y'all. Balance and harmony, love and unity. Y'all know what's up. Safe travel to Astros Haven. I'll see y'all next time. I'm not sure if we're going to do a Friday Night Live once again. We'll see how I'm feeling. Tommy, Cayenne, Kennedy, all you guys, grace, gratitude, and thanks for coming through in the live chat. I'm out.